AM, where information is power.
The views and opinions of the following show do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of News Talk 1450 WOL Radio.
All right. Yes, indeed. You know, Trendy, this happens to be one of both our favorite songs here.
Yes, it is.
All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome here. Another awesome day here live in the nation's capital. We're here in Washington, D.C. Yours truly, C. Allen, Chet Bennett here, and Trendy Lindy beside me. We're so excited today. Today, we're going to try to kill two birds with one stone, Trendy.
Okay.
Today, everyone, we're talking about how to live your best life now. I want you to get that pen because I need you to be able to jot down some things I've gotten for you in reference to how to live your best life now. Also, we're going to be talking to some folks that's going to be coming in town this weekend for the big reunion hair battle. Last week, if you tuned in last week, I talked about that the entire hour, and that was how important it was to invest in the lives of young people. The week before that, we talked about education, the importance of education. And today, what we want to do is we want to go into how to live your best life now. Get that pen, get that paper out. Also, we're going to be talking about the reunion hair show. Now, listen, I don't know about you, Trendy, but I went out this weekend. I got my little clothes together, and I am ready for this coming weekend for the event. I'm telling you, if you have not purchased your tickets yet, you need to go to BennettCareerInstitute.org, click on the reunion show flyer, and buy your tickets right securely online through PayPal. All the VIP seats are gone, but we have plenty regular seats. The tickets are only $25. We have everybody from the senior beauty editor, Tasha Turner from Essence Magazine. She's going to be a judge. Ty Chung from MBV Productions is going to be a judge. Celebrity makeup artist Timothy Smart out of New York City is going to be a judge. We have hosting for the fantasy competition, the celebrity hairstylist. We saw him last night on television on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Derek J. is going to be hosting a fantasy competition. We have a lot in store for you this weekend, and we want to make sure that you come out and enjoy what we have in store for you. And when I tell you those students are practicing, those graduate salons are practicing, they're ready to bring you something great to the runway. And then we're going to go to Tesoro, which is where it's a restaurant, which is where the after party is going to be. The event is held this weekend at the University of the District of Columbia, and that's at 4200 Connecticut Avenue. And we tell you that you go into the parking lot on the Vesey Street, but the front of the entrance is on Wyndham, off of Connecticut Avenue, right where the Potbellies is. You turn left right there, and that is the front of the UDC entrance, and we are so excited. When I tell you, when you walk in the door, you're going to see models with headpieces almost touching the ceiling, baby. And you know what, Trendy? Some folks say, well, you know, I don't care about hair shows. I don't want to do any. I don't know anything about a hair show. I've been to a hair show. What I want you to think about is it's a hair show, plus it's a variety show. We have a 16-year-old, 15 or 16-year-old that's going to do a powerful opening. Then we're going to go into the big soft sheen Carson Dark and Lovely Au Natural opening, and then we're just going to just go there. We even have a Bennett Babies presentation. For those of you who know, I am Chet Bennett, the owner of the Bennett Career Institute, and Bennett Babies, our child care center. They're even doing a presentation on stage. So we want you to come out, enjoy yourself. Go online right now and get your tickets, and that's BennettCareerInstitute.org. Click on the reunion show flyer and get those tickets. Well, Linda, let me just tell you this, Trendy.
Okay.
I was really sick on Saturday night. And I just had the runs and, you know, TMI. And I said, that devil is a liar. That's why I'm talking about today how to live your best life now. Okay. Because what happened was I was sick all Saturday night, but I refused to stay home on Sunday. On Sunday morning, I got up, everyone. I went to the Greater Mount Calvary Holy Church where Bishop Alfred Owens is the pastor, co-pastor Susie Owens, and I tell you, we had a time on yesterday. My God. Lord have mercy. First of all, you know, my pastor had a heart attack, and this Sunday was his first time back in church. And not only did we, we shout, we did the war cry. We had a celebrity singer, Ortez or something like that.
Okay.
Corny Ortez or something. Anyway, he really, really sung, and we had a high time. But anyway, I just wanted to send out a happy birthday to my pastor. Today, my pastor is 67 years old.
Wow.
67 years old, Bishop Owens from the Greater Mount Calvary Holy Church. So sending a big shout out to him today on his birthday, hoping that he have many more. We want to see at least 33 more birthdays.
Yes.
Now, listen, we have Timothy Smart on the line. So before we even talk about the show, Tim, my first question to you is, give my radio listeners, what is your take on, or give me an example on how you are living your best life now?
Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Timothy.
Good morning. How do you live your best life? How I'm living my best life is living up to my fullest potential. I think that sometimes kids of today, they don't have role models. They have people that want to be role models, but they don't really live the life they talk about. And I love to do that. I like to be an inspiration because I come from an extremely religious family, and that's what I've been taught. So that's how I believe I give to the world, is by just being who I am and never compromising who I am regardless of what situation that I'm in.
I think that's awesome. Wow. And I'm definitely going to get into that. I have first of all, I talk too much, and I have a whole lot to talk about in reference to living your best life now. So we're going to talk about that. So you make sure, everyone, I'm giving you time to get your pen and paper, get that pad out, because you have to go back and forward later on after we get off the line. But now we have the celebrity makeup artist, Timothy Smart. Tim, when I tell you, every time you post something on Facebook, I'm amazed. Your work is absolutely extraordinary. I want to know a little bit about how have you been able to develop your craft as a makeup artist?
One thing that I think, regardless if you're a master, if you're a beginner, never stop learning. There's never a time when you should feel that you've got so much and that you've received so much that you can't be taught yourself. So I get myself into books of people that I admire so much, like the late Kevin Aucoin, like the amazing Sam Fine, Reggie Wells, different guys like that that have inspired everything that I do. So I never stop learning. At the same time, I'm willing to accept the fact when something isn't at its best, and I work and I learn from that. And I love the creative aspect of this business, of course I do. But at the same time, I'm also trying to brand myself to go a little more global, not so just national. I want to go international. So in order to do that, you got to kind of step outside of the bounds a little bit. And so what I'm doing right now is just kind of not pushing the creative stuff to the side, but just kind of backing more up on the beauty aspect of it. And just trying to go full force with that.
Okay, well, very good. Well, I'll just say this. I am really excited about you coming to Washington, D.C. this weekend, being one of our celebrity judges for our big reunion hair battle. We are extremely excited. We are looking forward to seeing you. And we're hoping that before the year's out, we can do a master class with you. We're starting to do master classes, and we're bringing people like Reggie Wells. And we also want to bring you back to the Bennett Career Institute, so we can be able to, you can be able to continue to train the students in reference to pushing forward and just being the best in their business. So I would just say in closing that we will see you this weekend. You'll have an opportunity to speak to the crowd, of course. And I'm just looking forward to us getting together this weekend and having a good time at the reunion hair battle. Now, I just have one question. My question is, are you ready?
Absolutely. I was born ready.
Okay. All right. Because
I was born ready.
That's what I'm asking all the folk. Are you ready? Because we have something in store for everyone this coming weekend. All right, Tim. It's always a pleasure talking to you, and I look forward to seeing you this weekend. All right?
Thank you so much, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your morning.
All right, not a problem. All right, now we're about to go to commercial break, Trendy, but let me just start off now. When we talk about living your best life now, first of all, my first one is every day is a fresh new start. You need to make sure that every day, stop living in the past. Stop thinking about what you did wrong. Today is a new day. God gave you life. He gave you breath. He gave you strength. He allowed you to see another day. Now make it count.
That's right.
Make it count. Today is a new day.
Okay.
Now, we're going to go to break, but when we come back, listen, my second one is we got to be true to who we are.
Yes.
We got to stop trying to please other people.
Okay.
And I think that that is really important because a lot of times we are defined, we allow people to define us.
That's true.
But we need to be true to who we are. All right, everybody, this is George Truly. I'm telling you, pull that pen and paper out because today we're living our best life now. We'll be right back with Trendy Lindy after these messages.
News updates on the web at WOLDCnews.com.
Yes, indeed. All right, everyone, we're back here live. It's the C. Allen Morning Show, and today what we're doing is we're talking about, Trendy, living our best life now. I think that's important because a lot of times we just go to and fro, and I think it's time that we stop and start paying more attention to ourselves. So I'm going to slow down a little bit because Trendy said I was going a little too fast. The first one is every day is a fresh new start. It is crucial. When you wake up in the morning and you realize that God is giving you another day is another opportunity.
That's right.
Make it count. The second one is be true to who you are. Stop trying to please other people. That's one of the biggest problems, Trendy, that I think people have.
Yeah, being a people pleaser is a problem that so many have. I know, especially a lot of women. We're so used to catering and nurturing our children, trying to please the husband or the spouse, and we lose ourselves sometimes. We start off real beautiful in a relationship, and before you know it, we've gained weight. We're not looking as attractive because we're giving everything out to everyone else, trying to please everyone else. So we need to take back some of that energy and power and place it on ourselves and learn to love ourselves a little bit more.
Most
and
definitely.
please, and find out our purpose and then, make that happen.
Exactly. My next one is to quit complaining.
Wow.
Oftentimes we constantly complain over and over and over. We're always talking about what happened in our past. We're always talking about what's upsetting us. A lot of times you have to remember that someone's, my mother used to always say, it's always someone worse off than you.
That's right.
So what you have to understand is all the complaining. No one wants to be around a constant complainer. My next one is to be proactive. And you need to be writing these down because I'm going to give away some winning tickets today for those who are paying attention. Praise the Lord.
Okay.
Remember now. All right. So the next one is be proactive. What does be proactive mean? Listen, reactive means you wait for something to happen and then you react. No, proactive means you make it happen.
Okay.
One of the things that I think is important, Trendy, is besides us complaining and all of that, but we have to get up and make it happen. I can remember in Martin Luther King book, Why Can't We Wait? He says, I see what the white folks are doing, and I see the oppression, but I have one question. What are you doing for yourself? That was what Martin Luther King said in this book, Why Can't We Wait? So what I'm asking you is that take today, be proactive. Get up and make it count. One thing I can't stand, Linda, is a wisher.
Yeah.
Are you, and I said that, and that's one of the things that's coming out. I have a CD coming out. Are you a worker or a wisher? I'm looking for workers. I'm not looking for wisher. I'm wishing upon a star. You just wishing this will happen and that'll happen, but it will never happen if you don't become proactive.
That's right.
What does proactive mean? Don't wait for somebody to tell you to do something. Go ahead and do it. If you know that house is dirty and you laying down right now listening to the C. Allen Morning Show, get your Almost said it on the edge in the name of Jesus. Get yourself up and start cleaning that house while you listening to C. Allen in the morning. Be proactive. You know it has to get done.
That's right.
You go ahead and do it.
And no one else is going to do it, so get up and do it.
And you better say that again. No, Martha the maid is not coming at that address. Get yourself up and start cleaning that kitchen and doing the things that you need to do. The next one is create your own opportunities.
Good.
Let me explain something to you, Alonzo. This is what I tell people often, and I tell people, don't envy me, don't hate me, don't be jealous of me. One of the biggest things that I do is I create my own opportunities. I'm not going to wait for someone to ask me to get on the radio. I'm going to get my own radio show.
Amen.
I'm not going to wait for someone to ask me to do certain things. I'm going to do it myself. And someone said, well, Bennett, how do you take time out to do things like make products, doing the reunion show, daycare, because I understand that we must create our own opportunities. There are a lot of people who are listening to me. I'm going to let you talk, Linda. A lot of people listening to me, they have some kind of talent. They have some. They are creative in certain ways. Why aren't you making that opportunity available for yourself? You can't be envious at other people when you see what they have because you don't know their story. You don't know how they stepped out there. People said to me, I graduated from Morehouse College, Trinity. When I came home, I got a job as a financial aid assistant. Within 3 months, I was running 5 beauty schools. And then I created my own opportunity by opening the Bennett Career Institute. And people say to me, I was 26 years old, and I felt like that was my walking on water. Either I was going to walk or I was going to swim, but we would have never known, and we wouldn't be sitting here today if I didn't take that opportunity. So what I'm telling all of you, I'm no different than you. You need to start right now finding out what is your purpose and make it happen.
Well, let me ask you a question, C. Allen. You've been able to create opportunities and actually see them manifest, see them, come to light. There are many of us who have tried different things, and we stepped out there and we gave it a shot. We tried a business and all of that, and it just did not come. We did not see it come to pass.
Okay, but guess what, Trendy?
Yes.
And that is that, and my mother, and I know God knows she's listening right now. She will tell you exactly what I'm saying, and when you go to work today, you ask her.
Okay.
You are not different than me.
That's right.
Because how many things have I tried and it failed?
Well, how many have you tried?
Oh my God! Please, a million.
Okay.
I went to physical ed school to learn how to become a fitness trainer. That didn't work. I went.
So you didn't become a trainer? Is that what didn't work? What didn't work?
What didn't work was. After a while, to me, it just failed. I don't know what happened. I don't know if the motivation was gone. I don't know if it became too much for me. But at the end of the day,
you didn't become a trainer.
I didn't become a trainer. It failed in that area.
Okay.
The next thing was I applied to real estate school. I went to Weichert Real Estate School because I wanted to be a realtor, because I said I wanted to buy houses. I'm fascinated with houses and turning them and all that kind of stuff.
And all of that. I
don't have any, but I'm just saying I only have one, the one I live in. So I better flip that one.
Okay, so you didn't become the realtor.
I failed the exam.
And you didn't go back.
And I never went back. Okay. So I left that alone. Oh my God!
Wow.
We can talk about Joya Cosmetics, the cosmetics line that I made after my mother that I created. I did that.
But that went well for a while.
That went well for a while, but guess what? It's no longer in existence.
Okay,
so what I'm saying is that, and I can go on and on and on. And I put 120% in all 3 of those things.
Okay.
And I have a million more. What I'm saying is that you asked the question, what if you do everything and it fail? Yeah. That means you get back up and you do something else.
Oh, I see. Very good.
You get back up and you do something else. And I'm so glad Linda said that, because there's some people who are listening to me now who saying the same thing. Well, I tried this and it didn't work. Okay, you get back up and do it again. How many initiatives have I tried? I can remember 2 years ago when I brought in the people from Spike Lee's, the people who do the people who scout out for actors and stuff,
recruiter
from Spike Lee's movies, and Lauren and the other guys' movies and stuff, and I brought them to D.C. And I was announcing on the air and everything, and it was an awesome idea of having these casting agents, is what they were, to come here and talk to people who wanted to be in the field of acting and drama and all of that. And when I tell you, Alonzo, it was about 10 people in the room.
What?
And this was something that was outstanding because of the kind of movies and the caliber movies from Spike Lee to Medea, was it Tyler Perry, and about 10 people came out. So what I'm saying to say, and that was a failure to me. Okay, so what I'm saying is, oftentimes everything that you touch is not going to turn to gold. Okay. What you have to do is you then have to dig into yourself to find out what's really going to work for you. A lot of us have a false sense of how things are going to be anyway. Okay. A lot of us say, oh, when I get my income tax, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And then once you get your income tax and you look at all those bills that came in the mail, and you look at all the new obligations that you didn't have before the income tax came, then you realize that some things is not going to happen. Okay. So I said all that to say, to answer your question, we're not going to win at everything, but you have to keep trying. You have to be persistent. Okay. The next one is, so we talked about, so let me go over it again because I'm going to ask you to start calling me and give me some of these. The first one is every day is a fresh new start. The second one is be true to who you are. Stop trying to please other people. The third one is quit complaining. The fourth one is be proactive. The next one is create your own opportunities. And now, live more consciously. Okay. Stop sleepwalking. My God, Linda, how many people do we know that's just living life vicariously? They're just here.
Existing.
How are you making it count? What are you doing to make your life count? Why are you going day in and day out doing the same thing, being stuck? This is why, Trendy, I couldn't do drugs. Because you find yourself in sluggish, you find yourself being in a stagnant position. Yes. How can you grow like that? You can't grow when you're in a stagnant position.
Yeah. You sure can't. You can't grow.
Stop sleepwalking. Oh, nobody owes you anything. Get up and make it happen for yourself. You have to. The next one is be committed to your growth. You have to be committed to growing. You have to be committed. If you're in the, listen to this, everybody, before we go to break. How many people are in circles where everybody's doing the same thing that they've been doing 5 and 10 years ago? Guess what? You need to get out of that circle. If everybody's doing the same thing, if everybody is still robbing Peter to pay Paul, everybody still need to borrow money, everybody's still going to the same restaurant, going to the same after church we going this way. If you got the same old, if you keep going to doing the same things, you're going to get the what? Same results. Yes. It is important for you to start now. Be committed to your growth. Where is your visual board on the wall or on the refrigerator showing you your progress? Sometimes I notice when I see people trending who lose weight, and I notice how they chart their progression. Either they do a video diary or they begin to write things down. Journal. That is what we need to do. That is what I mean by being committed to your growth. All right, everybody, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we have more things. I want you to call me, 1-800-450-7876. I want you to tell me how you living your best life now. This is Trendy Lindy C. Allen here. We'll be back after these messages. Living your best life now.
Good morning. We are here on the C. Allen Morning Show. This is Trendy Lindy here with C. Allen. And this morning our topic is how to live your best life now. Well, I'm going to choose a couple out of the list that I have to mention. And the first one that is really important is to know that the enemy to living your best life is being mediocre, being average. We have to make sure that we choose to not follow the crowd, because most of the time the crowd is going in an area where it's not too hard to get to. Anybody can do that. We have to choose to be set apart, to be different, to take some risk, and we have to choose to make sure that we don't allow ourselves to become mediocre and average and doing average things. So that's very important for me. I don't want that. I don't want an average life. I want a tremendous life.
Thank you. And why do you think people want an average person?
Exactly.
One of the things that I often tell my mentees that I mentor all the time is, first of all, you need to first work on yourself. Begin to market yourself. When we get into relationship talks, I'm single. I don't want a mediocre person.
Go ahead. Me either.
I want somebody that's going to add to me, somebody that's also going to help me and build me. I don't want just any old things. Some of us need to stop being any old things. Any old things meaning that you go wherever the wind goes. If the wind blow right, you go right. If the wind blow left, you go left. If there's time, everybody jump in the water, you jump in the water. If everybody run into the fire, you run into the fire. You're just here, you're there, you're everywhere. There's other terminology I could use today, but it's too early in the morning for me to use those terminologies.
Come on and
but
preach,
just stop being mediocre. Stop being yourself. When are you going to excel to a higher level? Who wants the mediocre person? Some of you want walking around here saying, I want to be loved, and I want a man, and I want a woman, and all of that. But the question is, what are you bringing to the table?
What are you bringing to the table? That's good right there.
Go ahead, Tracy.
And then the next thing I would like to add is have a balanced life. A lot of times we're too extreme. We're on one end or the other end. We don't find the medium. We work too much or we play too much. We got to come to a place where we work a little and we play a little. We love a little, we give a little, receive a little. You can't just be extreme on any end, or something is going to lack and something is going to suffer. So we need to try to have a balanced life.
Balanced life. Thank you, Trendy. That's some good stuff there. A lot of us, we call ourselves on the street saying going hard. Yeah, I love real hard. I'm going hard. And what you have to understand is that there has to be some balance.
Yes.
It's almost like a balanced diet. What does that mean? That means you got to get some fruit. You got to get some vegetables. You got to get some lean meat. So what we're telling you is that you can't go to the extreme in one way and not just be balanced. You need to be balanced across the board.
Yes.
That makes us better people.
Better people.
1-800-450-7876. Tell us how you're living your best life now. Go ahead, Trendy.
Okay. You mentioned a lot of great things, like being true to yourself.
And
I know you got many, many more. But we need to prioritize our day. A lot of times we waste time because we don't really have a plan for the day. We wake up in the morning and we just, let life present to us what it want to bring. But no, we need to live on purpose, and we need to, have a planned out map of what we're going to do for the day. That way, when Johnny called and just want to talk about some foolishness, I don't have time for that. I got things on this agenda that I have to do for the day, and Johnny really don't fit in it because he's not a part of the vision or the plan. So you get to knock people out of your way when you know what you're going to do. But if you live life daily and just let anything happen, then anything will come, and then that makes for a mediocre and an average person. So we got to make sure we prioritize our day and our life so that we can keep things balanced and keep things in perspective.
True. And I think what's important is it's important for you to watch your circle, because if you want a balanced life, then you have to make sure that you have people in your circle that's depositing positive things in your circle. But guess what? If you are the top of the circle, if you are the one that brings all the great messages, if you are the one that deposit more than withdraw, then you need to get out of that circle, because you have to continue to grow. You can't grow if everyone in your circle
is pulling from you.
Exactly. Another one is know your inner self, who you are and what you represent. I think that is important. You have to know who you are. A lot of times we talked about that before, how we let other people define us. You can't do any of that. Another one is discover your purpose. We talked about that before. Another one, discover your values. Values are the essence of what makes you. You have to discover what is your purpose, what are your values. And oftentimes what we don't do, Trendy, is we don't spend time with ourselves.
That's true. That's true. A lot of us are scared to be alone because we don't really like ourselves.
We got to have the television on. We got to have the music
Radio.
playing. We got to be under the influence of something.
Yeah.
Something has to be going on, or we got to be eating, chopping at mouth.
Yeah.
We got to do something, but sometimes we need to just be by ourselves, and we need to start to understand what our purpose and our values are, because we have to stop putting life on hold.
That's right.
And I think that's important. A lot of us, our life is on hold. A lot of us are sitting there listening to CL and saying, well, my God, I'm not doing anything. What you have to do, one of the things, Trendy, that has helped me, I love jogging.
Okay.
And I love jogging outside. And I love going by the water, by the monuments, because what it does is it allows me to focus, to concentrate, and to begin to think. Some of us in our households is so busy. There's so much noise going on.
Yeah.
There's so much distraction. Some of us, when we wake up, the first thing we do is cut the TV on. We cut
True.
something on. Sometimes you have to be quiet.
Yes,
Sometimes
be
you need to
still.
find something that you can do where you can that you can let your mind open up. And how you're able to do that is you got to stop putting life on hold. You have to get up. You got to set goals for yourself. I tell people, Trendy, you should do a 5-year, a 3-year, and a 1-year goal.
Yes.
And one of the things that I think is important, some of you are going to think I'm crazy. I know I'm going to slow down because you're writing. And that is that you have to start sending letters to yourself. What does that mean, Trendy? Send a letter to yourself. Today is March the 18th, 2013. As I'm getting ready for the reunion show, I want blah, 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 blah. So periodically, you can go back and read those letters that you have written to yourself in reference to where you are, what state you're in, and how you want to get out of that state. So in a year or two, you can look back and see where you were, what your thoughts were at that time, because that's another way of you getting into knowing who you are. But you know, one thing that's really deep, Trent, I'm going to let you talk about this one.
What's that?
Let go of unhappy past and forgive.
Wow. You know, we started off this year with forgiving, and we were overwhelmed with the different responses and emails, and people called. It was such a phenomenal show. But it is so important to be able to put the past behind, to be able to forgive and forget and to move on. One thing is extremely hard to look back and look forward at the same time. You can't do that. So either you're looking back or you're looking forward. And wherever you're looking, that's where you're going, that's where you are. So if you're looking to the back but say you want to move on, that's impossible to do. So in order to move forward, to press forward, to go on with your life, you have to let go of that baggage, that pain, that hurt, the people who wronged you. You have to let them go. If we don't let them go, they have power over us, and then we can't move forward. So you got to kick off the past, kick off the pain, and you got to say, I'm here right now. And get you a vision and move toward that vision. And a lot of times it's easier said than done, because a lot of times the people who have wronged us and hurt us are the people that are close to us. So it causes scars and wounds. But in order to heal, you have to let go. You have to say, I have not been an angel myself all my life, and someone had to forgive me. So you have to choose to forgive. It's a choice that we make. We can either choose to stay in it and hate the people, or we can choose to say, okay, love is all about forgiving. So a lot of times we have to learn to love. We got to love ourselves. We got to love our family and friends and forgive them when they wrong us. So it's very important to put the past behind. We got to stop rehearsing those mistakes in our mind and let it go.
And let it go. And I think that is what is a lot of the reasons why people do what they do, because they can't let go of their unhappy past.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to forgive. And this is why that show was so deep, because people were asking C.L. and they were saying to me, well, how do I forgive? And one of the things, I am the CEO at the Bennett Career Institute, but also that C stands for counselor most of the time.
Yes.
And I have counseled the girls that have been raped.
Yeah.
I've counseled girls with HIV. I've counseled girls, with just being homeless, being in shelters. And oftentimes what's happening, Trendy, is a lot of them can't let go of what happened to them in the past.
That's right.
They can't let go of that molestation from the uncle, from the father. Right. They can't let go of some of those things. So they live disruptive lives because they're still dealing with those issues that happened in the past. And what I want you to understand today is a new day.
It's a new day.
I started off with saying every day is a fresh new start. What I want you to understand is that you can't hold on to what happened. Guess what? It happened. I hate to be mean when I say this, but get over it.
That's right.
There's some things that happened to C. Allen, but guess what? If I stood there and kept talking about it and wallowing in it, what's going to happen? We become stagnant and we don't become proactive, and we just lay in it and we become mediocre. You have to get up right now. You have to make it happen. You have to shake off what has happened to you. Yes, indeed, some of those things have kind of shaped who you are, but what you have to understand is that you have to constantly start talking to yourself, I'm better than this.
That's right.
I deserve better.
That's right. I will get better.
I will get better. These are things that you have to say, and then you have to turn around and start helping other people.
That's right.
How I got through my pain was helping other people. So when other people come with their pain, by me helping them with their pain, I'm inadvertently helping myself.
That's right.
That's why I tell some of these old folk that's listening to me now, how are you making it count? Are you still spending time with other people? You a senior, but when have you volunteered at a senior home?
Yeah.
You are retired. When have you spent time in the hospitals with people who don't have family? How can we help other people? Because that can help your healing.
That's right.
When you help other people. All right, everyone. This is C. Allen here. When we come back, we're going to give away some reunion show tickets. 1-800-450-7876. How are you living your best life now? C. Allen, Trendy Lindy. We'll be back after these messages.
Bring the beat in.
All right, everyone. Listen here. This is our final segment here, and what I want you to do is I am going to be giving away, our show is this coming weekend, Trendy. Before I get into the show, let me say my last one. My last one, which is important, this is Trendy's favorite topic, and Trendy, we're not going to do a whole lot of talking about this because I want to be able to give away some tickets to the reunion show. And that is, we need to let go relationships that do not serve you.
Wow.
Negative people.
Wow.
Dishonest people.
Oh my God.
People who don't respect you. People who are overly critical, and relationships that prevent you from growing. You got to let it go.
We have to let that go. It is so important to find a mentor, someone who's doing what you want to do or someone who has already done it. It is important to get a mentor. It is important to surround ourselves with like-minded people, people who have your same values, people who have your same dreams and goals, people who want something out of life like you want it. It's important because we're going to be you're going to become whomever you're hanging around. So you need to look and see who's hanging around you, who you're spending your time with, because we will not arrive to be anything more than what they are. And it's very important. That mediocre thing and average thing, we're going to become average or be mediocre if we hang around negative people. Negativity only breeds negativity. Amen. You can't get no life, no positivity out of negativity. So we have to learn to get rid of those type of people, and not really just get rid of them, but just don't spend so much time with them. We can pray with them, try to encourage them, but don't give them that much of your time, because time is very valuable. We will never get this, the moment that we're in right now, we will never see it again. That means we cannot invest our time in things that doesn't matter and people who not going to mean us any good. We can't do it.
And I think that's crucial. And that is our segment today on living your best life now. It is crucial that we take time for ourselves. It's crucial that we live our best life.
Yes.
Because I'm telling you, tomorrow isn't promised.
That's right.
Last week, we lost two great people in the beauty industry. And I'm just telling you that life is short. And we have to begin to live our best life now. In my student body meeting with the students, my topic on Thursday was life is too short. And I just went into the purpose of how we need to do what we need to do now before our time is up.
That's right.
So listen, everybody, how you do that. I want to see all of you this weekend. And I know some of y'all sick of me talking about it. My niece, my cousin Lily said, Lord have mercy, I can't wait for Sunday, March 24th to come and go so you can stop talking about this reunion hair show. But one of the things that I think is important, if you have people who want to start a business, if you have people who want to be inspired, if you need to inspire people, this show is the show to come to. On this coming weekend, there's a passing the torch ceremony where I am giving 2 of my salons away to top graduates of the Bennett Career Institute. This weekend coming, you're going to hear from some of the people that Bennett Career has touched over the last couple of years or what have you. It is so important for you, if you are not just about hair, but if you are into motivating and educating and just inspiring young people, this is the event to go to. If you know any high schools, we even have $10 tickets for high school people just to make sure that they come to the event, but you have to get them from me only.
Okay.
If you know a young person that may be interested in cosmetology or barbering, I believe in my heart in Washington, D.C., that the Bennett Career Institute is the place for you to come in order to get awesome training. And we're offering, we have a discount for night students right now that will enroll in the Bennett Career Institute, because we're looking for those professional workers that would like to continue their career, or when they retire, they can have a professional salon. So those are the kind of things that we're doing. So you want to come out this weekend, you can go to our website, which is BennettCareerInstitute.org. Click on the flyer and purchase your tickets. Tickets only $25. It's going to be $30 at the door, but it's important that you come out, because we have young people that's going to be on the stage as young as 3 years old on up.
Wow.
So it's important for you to come and see them shine, see them show off. But the most important thing is it gives you something to do. We don't want just your money and you come and sit there for some junk. No. We are planning. I am the producer of the show. I want you to see the kind of things that we do. I want you to see the professionalism. I want you to come out to the University of the District of Columbia this Sunday. It's our annual reunion hair battle. And when I tell you we're going to have an awesome, awesome time, we're going to give away 4 tickets. 4 tickets to the 7th caller. We want you to call 202-526-1400. You can hit 0 for Miss Wilson. And I said, what caller did I say?
7.
The 7th caller. You're going to get 4 tickets, because I want you to, hopefully, if you win, you're able to inspire some young folk. Bring some young folk with you, or bring some senior citizen folk with you, so they can get a breath of fresh air. Being around a whole bunch of young folk on the main stage, I listen to the music. It's not, first of all, we don't have any profanity in our music, because there is
no nudity.
It's a deduction if you have fanity. It's a deduction if there's some nudity. No, Alonzo, no nudity.
Sorry,
sir.
Alonzo.
But what's important is you will see beautiful women. You will see beautiful men. You will see young kids. You will see fantasy competition.
Yes.
You have a chance to walk the red carpet, to have your picture taken, have a chance to meet the celebrity artists that are coming down for the event. I think that it's going to be awesome. I can't stress it enough. There are many ways for us to make money. It's not about making money. What you have to understand is we're giving people a platform. We're changing lives.
That's right.
There have been people, Alonzo, that's been practicing since January, which means that they've been off the streets since January.
That's right.
So our goal is to find something, alternative activities, or activities for them to do, to focus on, to be creative. I want you to get your ticket. And guess what, everybody? You don't have to come. Go online now and get you 2 tickets and give them to that young person and say, I want you to go to this show Sunday. How many guys that you know that are doing nothing?
Yeah.
The Bennett Career Institute has one of the best accredited barber programs in the country.
Yeah.
How many people do you know that's not doing anything? They may be inspired after seeing the barbers on stage. The barbers is doing a presentation, and I tell you, I am excited. Alonzo, when I tell you they doing the old Motown moves, they got glitter jackets, and I said, "Ooh, have mercy! I can't give it away. I'm sorry, because they are competing, so I can't do that. They are competing. So listen, so we want you to. We got some old music, we got some oldie but goodies, we got some today's classics, and then of course we want you to come to Tesoro, which is the after party, where we're going to eat and we're going to laugh and we're just going to have a good time. Watch the students coming in with their awards, all of that. I tell you, let me tell you something, Alonzo. I used to be able to, I don't know if it's because I'm on radio now, I don't know, but BET used to invite me all the time to the BET Awards. I used to go every year, and they would treat me in grand style, and I'm telling you, and I haven't got an invite in a while, Trent. But I'll just say this. I'll say this, because I'm still upset that I'm right here in Washington and don't get an invite to the honors. But let's move on. But I'll say this, and that is that what I've done is, and we talked about it today, I created my own opportunity. I created the Reunion Hair Show, the hair battle. We're giving away at least 30 trophies are going to be given out this weekend. 18 to the picture submissions. 9 for the people that's doing presentations on stage.
Wow.
You know, we're giving out awards. And guess what? We're doing $100 to the best dark and lovely. I am dark and lovely. Oh, I am dark and lovely. If you have your best, I am dark. If you have your best dark and lovely song, only thing you have to say is, I am dark and lovely.
I'm going to win that $100.
Our sponsor is giving a $100 bill. I'm going to put that $100 bill on my forehead, and I'm going to walk around the whole time you singing, I am dark.
So who's going to judge this? Because I want to be a part of that.
It's going to be the audience participation. The audience is going to judge the people saying, whoever is the best singer from I Am Dark and Lovely, $100 to the best dark and lovely person. So we so excited. Our time is up, y'all. I'm all excited. Our 7 callers going to win 4 tickets, 202-526-1400. I want to see all you there. All of you who don't do anything, who don't get out, you need to be at the Reunion Hair Battle this Sunday. Come to Bennett Career Institute and get your tickets. All right, everybody, pamper yourself because it's your duty. Why?
Because you are worth it.
Have a good week. We'll see you Sunday.
See you Sunday.